At 6:49 a.m., March 23rd, a $580 million position in the oil futures market was open.
It seems highly suspicious when you see a surge in volume on no news.
Now, that might not seem odd, but 33 minutes later, President Trump posted on Truth Social that the United States had been having very good and productive conversations with Iran.
I think what's cool about Polymarket is that it creates this financial incentive for people to go and divulge the information to the market.
When you say divulge, you mean the people who actually know?
Yeah, or someone tells someone and then the market responds.
Oil prices dropped, the Dow surged, and whoever placed that bet walked away with a massive profit. In about a minute, roughly 6,200 oil contracts changed hands. The average amount moved for the previous 2 days was about 700. Someone moved nearly 9 times the normal volume before any news broke, and that wasn't even the first time something like this happened.
My prosecutors are busy looking at what laws we can use that are like insider trading law. Fraud is fraud.
6 accounts on Polymarket, a prediction market platform where you can bet on real-world events, placed bets that the US would strike Iran by February 28th. Some of those positions were opened when the market was pricing the chance of a strike at just 10%. That might not be strange alone, but some of those accounts were created right before those events happened. 6 accounts walked away with over $1 million. One account, trading under the name MAGA My Man, placed its trade 71 minutes before news broke and made over $500,000. Then there's the anonymous trader who had made nearly $1 million since 2024 betting on Iran-related events, winning 93% of their bets on military operations. Here's the part nobody's talking about yet. It's not the money. It's a question a Nobel Prize-winning economist asked that is way bigger than the prediction markets. Now you might be thinking, okay, so what? Some anonymous traders got lucky. What does this have to do with me? Here's what it has to do with all of us. Since the war with Iran started, gas prices have surged 36%. This is bigger than right after Hurricane Katrina in 2005. This is bigger than the spike at the start of the war in Ukraine. Bigger than the post-recession surge of 2009. So while most of us are absorbing that cost at the pump every week, someone somewhere was getting paid to know when it was going to happen. Prediction markets were supposed to be the most honest signal in finance. No spin, no agenda, just real money betting on real outcomes. The wisdom of the crowds, with all the data available priced in real time. Dollars are now backing up opinions. But if the people with the information, the people actually inside the room where these decisions get made, are positioning themselves on the outcome before anyone else knows, then what you're reading isn't the wisdom of the crowds. It's a broadcast of classified information. Today I want to walk you through exactly what happened, who the key players are, what the data actually shows, and most importantly, what this means for us and these markets going forward, because I don't think the real story here is a few bad actors getting away with illegal trades, allegedly. I think the real story is about what prediction markets actually reveal the moment someone with insider knowledge enters the market, and the bigger consequences that has. By the end of this, I think you're going to see prediction markets completely differently. Hi, I'm Raj. On this channel, we talk about money, and in this video, a little international war profiteering. You don't need to be a billionaire, playboy, genius weapons manufacturer to make a profit on global conflicts anymore. You just need to know the right people. Networking is important. The older I get, the less I believe in coincidence. Before we go any further, I want to be honest about something. I'm not saying I or anyone knows for certain that insider trading even happened here. Nobody has been charged in the US, and insider trading seems to be hard to prove unless you're Martha Stewart. The identities behind these anonymous wallets haven't been confirmed because real G's move in silence like lasagna, and the White House has denied any involvement. What I'm saying is this: there is a pattern, and that pattern has been documented, and if you're reading it wrong and you copy trade it, you might lose money. My goal here is simple. I'm going to show you the evidence, then you can decide what you think, and that starts with understanding how these markets actually work. Most people know what the stock market is, where you can buy and sell ownership of publicly traded companies. But prediction markets are different. The quick version is, a prediction market is a platform where you can bet on whether something is or is not going to happen. For example, will the Strait of Hormuz traffic return to normal by the end of April? You buy a yes share or a no share. If you're right, your share pays out. If you're wrong, it pays zero and the money goes to the other side of the trade, and a bit goes to the platform itself. The price of that share at any moment reflects the market's collective confidence in the outcome. If it's trading at 10 cents, the crowd thinks there's roughly a 10% chance of that result happening. And here's why that's neat in theory. This is called the wisdom of the crowds. When you aggregate the bets of thousands of people who have real money on the line, the collective judgment is extremely accurate. According to independent research by data scientist Alex McCullough using Polymarket's own historical data, the platform is around 90% accurate in predicting outcomes a month in advance and climbs to 94% accuracy 4 hours before an event resolves. During the 2024 election, Polymarket called the results before the news networks did. The CEO said the Trump campaign, quote, literally found out they were winning from Polymarket, end quote, before it was called on TV. So these markets are powerful forecasting tools, but here's the thing nobody tells you about. The wisdom of the crowds. The whole theory assumes everyone in the market is working with roughly the same information: public news, research, and their own analysis. When someone enters that market with information no one else has access to, like, say, classified military plans, and they move into those markets with a lot of volume, especially concerning if there's not a lot of liquidity on some of these positions, the price is no longer the wisdom of the crowds. It's a leak, a very profitable one for some people. And here's what makes this especially concerning compared to the stock market. On Polymarket, you don't need to show ID. You fund your account with cryptocurrency, which is pseudo-anonymous by default. A new wallet takes minutes to create. You can access the platform from anywhere in the world. It is by design one of the most anonymous financial platforms that has ever existed. I remember when I first saw these Iran strike conflicts on Polymarket, I remember thinking someone was literally pricing the odds of war. And my first reaction was the same as yours. This is wrong, arguably evil. But then I noticed these very odd price patterns, huge spikes out of nowhere, and I assumed it was because news broke. But the evidence is clear. There is something going on here, and we'll go through this piece by piece because each one makes the next harder to brush off as just coincidence. In the hours before the United States and Israel launched strikes on Iran on February 28th, newly created Polymarket accounts bought yes shares on the contract. U.S. strikes Iran by February 28th. Some of those shares were purchased when the market was pricing the odds at roughly 10 to 25%. The strikes happened, and those accounts collected over $1 million combined. Bubble Maps, an analytics firm that tracks blockchain wallet activity, called the pattern strong signaling of insider activity. These accounts were created in February of 2026 and had very little trading other than those events. One of those accounts, MAGA My Man, placed its trade 71 minutes before the news broke and walked away with over $500,000. But MAGA My Man wasn't a one-time story because the pattern kept going. A single anonymous trader has made nearly $1 million from Iran-related bets on Polymarket since 2024, winning 93% of their wagers. Not on sports, not on weather, military operations against another nation. 93% doesn't seem like just a good track record on a market of this size, on events this specific. That number starts to feel a little off. Now, this is where the story moves out of prediction markets and into something much larger. On the morning of March 23rd at 6:49 a.m. Eastern, roughly 30 minutes before Trump posted on Truth Social about ceasefire progress, something happened in the oil futures market. In about a minute, 6,200 Brent crude and West Texas intermediate contracts changed hands. That was approximately $580 million. The average for the same time window on previous trading days was around 700 contracts, so 9 times the normal value. And this was before any announcement. Trump posted just after 7 a.m. Oil dropped and the Dow Jones surged. Stephen Pipegrass, a partner specializing in futures enforcement law, told CBS News the timing was certainly enough to raise eyebrows and I think to launch an investigation. Now here's the question that a Nobel Prize-winning economist asked this week. Paul Krugman wrote that trading on classified national security information edges toward treason because you don't need to bribe government agents when you can just read their positions in the futures market. And then he got to what I think cuts to the heart of all of this. He said, it's hard to find a single senior official from the president on down who treats public office as a grave responsibility rather than an opportunity for personal self-aggrandizement and profit. Are decisions about war and peace now being shaped even in part by who stands to profit for them? It's a valid question. Most recently, 8 newly created Polymarket accounts were identified around March 21st. Together, they bet $70,000 that a US-Iran ceasefire would be announced before March 31st. At the time, Polymarket was pricing that outcome at 6%. If those accounts were right, they would have collected $820,000. Those trades were created after Trump hinted on Truth Social that he was considering winding down operations. The Iran-US ceasefire by March 31st resolved to no, but the odds did move from 6 to 19%, leaving some room for profit if the accounts sold. If they didn't, they lost money. Now, is it possible these traders just read the same post everyone else read and made a trade? Sure, it's possible. In fact, it's probably likely given these trades happened after a tweet came out about winding down operations and not before. But the pattern here is that in every single case we just walked through, the market with all its collective wisdom said unlikely, and someone with fresh accounts and large positions said, I don't think so, over and over and over again. So it's clear that not every prediction regarding Iran is suspicious, but there are red flags. There is opportunity for questionable trades and the ability to use insider information using prediction markets for profit anonymously. Now, I want to be fair because not everyone who looks at this data and sees these patterns sees insider trading. Robin Hanson, one of the founding theorists of modern prediction markets, was quoted saying, militaries themselves are sensitive about keeping their secrets. World events naturally attract a wider circle of people with relevant information. These are analysts, defense contractors, foreign governments, and journalists. Some of those people may be trading legally on information they obtained without any breach of duty. Being well-informed is not the same as being corrupt. There's also legal nuance here. Insider trading law is well established for stocks, but prediction markets sit in a grayer space. The CFTC has recently sued states trying to restrict prediction markets, citing the need for more uniform regulation and control over manipulation. And as of today, no American has ever been federally charged with insider trading on a prediction market, and high win rates alone don't prove wrongdoing. 93% is really high, but being good at predicting world events isn't automatically illegal. Skilled analysts with good models and strong networks can produce results, and if they do it for a profit, they're incentivized to do so. So yes, it is possible that some of this is aggressive, maybe immoral, but legal trading by unusually well-informed people. The problem is the pattern keeps showing up. The accounts are always new, and the suspicious trades happen at exactly the right moment before a broadcast of new information. So here's the elephant in the room for this issue. What if it's not just that people knew what was going to happen? What if the financial incentive to bet on certain outcomes is now shaping what decisions get made? If you're in the room where the decision to pause strikes get made and you've already positioned hundreds of thousands of dollars betting that oil prices are about to fall, what does that do to your judgment? Congressman Greg Casar recently said that America is facing a crisis of corruption, and today's bill is about cracking down on one of the most dangerous new forms of corruption infecting our government. Too often, prediction markets are becoming yet another place for rich and powerful people to cash in on insider information. And Senator Chris Murphy said, there is no getting around the fact that any prediction market where somebody knows or controls the outcome of a bet is ripe for corruption. So, where do I land on all of this? I'll be honest, I don't think prediction markets are broken. I actually think they can still be one of the most useful tools we have for reading what's really going on in the world in a day and age where media outlets are biased. But you need to know what you're actually looking at when you read them. Otherwise, you're gambling on unknown future outcomes. When a prediction market moves sharply on a geopolitical event, especially before anything breaks in the news, that movement is information. The question is, whose information is it and how accurate is it? If the odds on a military event start climbing at 6 in the morning when nothing has been announced, something is being priced in that the public doesn't have yet, and I think that signal is worth paying attention to. Not to copy those trades because there are no guarantees, especially in the day and age of algorithmic trading and misinformation spreads like wildfire, but as a window into what well-connected people believe is about to happen, that seems more reasonable to me. I also don't think it's unreasonable to say that this is a huge national security leak because it's not that hard to see the pattern. It's also not that hard to have people monitoring for large spikes on relevant prediction markets for military actions. So if insiders are giving away information by placing large, unlikely trades in these markets with no new information made to the public, that is intelligence for a foreign adversary. I think in the near future, prediction markets that fall under certain categories like international conflict and other areas that touch national security issues will not be allowed on the platform for US-based customers, and the platforms themselves will need to verify the identity of its users. which means that crypto wallets can remain anonymous, but in order to engage with Polymarket, an identity needs to be attached to the account. You might have seen this on an exchange that you use for cryptocurrency right now. There's a strange irony buried in all this. Prediction markets were designed to democratize information, to give everyone equal access to the crowd's best guess. But if insiders are using them to profit from advanced knowledge, they're also accidentally broadcasting that knowledge to anyone paying close enough attention. And people are paying attention. The alleged corruption is a signal. And in a world where the official narrative keeps lagging behind reality, that signal matters when national security is on the line, and for some, open prediction market positions. The system was not designed to work this way, but this is how it works for now and will continue to work until legislation changes, and you deserve to know that. I'd love to hear what you think is actually happening here. Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.